Streaming from Oklahoma's own digital studio, this is OU Football Update, brought to you by Brahms.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a midweek Sooner pod. Toby and Chris with you here on Oklahoma's own sports. Midweek of a game week means we are reacting to the Brent Venables, and in this case, again, Ben Arbuckle press conferences that took place on Tuesday in Norman. First off, Chris, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Toby. I'm doing well. It's a game week, so I'm locked back in this week. Last week, my mind was kind of flow. We're locked in this week.
Focus up. First thing we need to tell everyone, please, if you are enjoying our 3 times a week coverage of the Sooners, like and subscribe. The little like, thumbs up button, and subscribe. One other thing, if you see the bell, you see the little bell on there? If you click that, it will send you an alert every time we post a new pod, which is pretty handy as well. Chris, you wanted to add something in this category.
Well, extra credit for comments on the post, too. The extra credit, though. They don't have to.
Nice comments. Nice comments only.
Complimentary comments.
If you don't like it, please don't comment. We don't want to know about that. Chris, you were in Norman. Give me your biggest takeaway from Brent Venables' press conference today.
Well, Toby, we're coming off of a bye week, so no game on Saturday. Brent just spoke to the media last Thursday, and he talked for almost 42 minutes or something today. Investment in this program is high, and people are talking. Not much of that was about Kent State. A little bit about Michael Hawkins Jr. Obviously, that's the big storyline. He's taken over starting quarterback for the foreseeable future. We don't know how long that'll be. By all accounts, they feel like he has taken the necessary steps forward from where he was last year, both physically and with the mental side of things.
I thought the conversation about John Mateer mentoring him basically during these couple of weeks or however long it ends up being was fascinating. And it sounds like Michael Hawkins has been more than receptive to that.
Yeah, which is I like that Brent pointed out that it takes a lot for a kid that age to swallow his pride and say, I know you're just, a couple years older than me, but there is a lot that I can learn from you.
Yeah.
And he said that Hawkins has done that and he's taken it in stride. And Hawkins mentioned that he's very grateful for the relationship. He said that John's been open to, hey, if you see anything that you want to point out to me to make me better, I'll take that as well. And I think that just speaks to the leader John is.
How about this treat? Check this out. David Payne, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, boy.
The Oklahoma weather expert.
Get the beep ready. We got David Payne on here.
We're talking, Chris, about the OU football press conference today. How did you feel about it? What was your biggest takeaway from the OU football press conference?
Just the progress on, if he's going to, when is he going to return?
It's well said. That's well said.
I mean,
you're talking about John Mateer,
yeah,
obviously.
I mean, that's what everyone's talking
What's the
about.
forecast looking like Saturday?
Upper 80s, near 90. It'll be in the 80s the whole game. A little breezy, so not windy, but a south wind blowing to the north. Completely dry. Another great bone dry.
Yeah.
Looks great though. Weather looks great.
All right, get out of here. This is my show.
See,
that's David Payne. Everybody, very good. How about that, Chris? Huh?
That's when you know this podcast is going places.
Our clicks are going to double this week. Okay, Javonnie Gibson. Both Ben Arbuckle and Brent Venables commented on how he's coming along and what kind of an impact he could make. I can't wait to see him. I think that he's going to make a significant and immediate impact on this team. What was the feeling you heard down there in Norman?
That the excitement that they had during spring ball is still there as big as ever. They are so excited about what he adds to the receiving corps, talking about big body. And Brent was really stressing his ability to make catches in coverage, those competitive catches. And that's huge if you're a quarterback for your confidence, to be able to say, you don't need to be wide open for me to be able to throw you the ball and trust that you're going to make a play on it. They're excited. And Toby, they went out of their way to say it's not just like this week or the bye week that he looked good. The last month, the final month of rehab has gone really, really well for Javonnie Gibson. They feel really good about the way he's progressed back from that injury. And then they said, we're just excited that he gets to play football again.
Yeah. For those who don't remember, Arkansas Pine Bluff transfer, my phone just fell. Here's the quote that Brent Venables said about him today. By the way, 6'3", 6'4", something like that. He likes his maturity and toughness, big body, strong hands, big catch radius. He can break tackles after he has the ball, and he's always open. He said he's one of those wide receivers that is always open. So I like all those things, Chris. That all sounds that sounds great. It'll be fascinating to see how he integrates back in with the other guys. You know, Dion, Satania, Lewis, Canick, they all had a pretty good chemistry going. You got to work Javonnie back in, but it's a great problem to have, right? It's the opposite problem they had from a year ago at this position.
I mean, this is where we are. Javonnie Gibson is good enough from all accounts to be the guy. And he comes into a situation where he knows he doesn't have to be the guy because other players, Satania, Burks, Lewis, they've proven that they can take that role. So, I mean, that just spreads it out. And it's funny there when we were talking to Hawkins Monday evening after their practice and the question like, oh, it's a little bit different situation that you're stepping into this year with the offensive line and with the receivers. And his face lights up. You know, he's like, oh, yeah, I like the guys that I have to throw the ball to this year.
I've got someone to throw it to. That's a nice game.
Exactly.
Quick word from our great sponsors at Brahms.
Satisfy your sweet tooth with a Brahms old-fashioned banana split. Crafted with a delicious banana, split down the middle and filled with not 1, but 3 scoops of Brahms premium ice cream flavors. To complete this masterpiece, all your favorite toppings are poured on each scoop to bring it all together in a perfect harmony of flavor. Treat yourself to an old-fashioned banana split at Brahms, where every spoonful leaves you wanting more.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question now, Chris. I'm going to tread lightly here because this is a trigger for a lot of Sooner fans, but I'm going to ask you about Jaydn Ott. He hasn't done much.
No, and I know a lot of Sooner fans have moved on from Ott. They said, look, Blaylock has shown us that he is better than we expected, sooner than we expected, which is great. But what I'm gathering, the coaches and his teammates have not given up on him yet. So I don't know exactly what's going on, what the balance is with his actual health, with handling the situation, how much he's practiced, all that. But they keep mentioning, hey, we feel like Ott's going to be right there. And Brent said that he had a good bye week and he was engaged during the bye week. And they really feel like he's going to be a bigger part of the game plan. It's a long season, Toby. It never hurts to have multiple running backs that can carry it. And at his best, Jaydn Ott is one of the best in the country. So I would say, you know, don't put all your stock in Jaydn Ott, but he's not someone to turn your back on and say, we don't need him at all. If OU can find a way to get him involved and have him make an impact, that just adds another element and an element that they need in the running game.
Well, the impression, correct me if you disagree, the impression Ben Arbuckle seemed to give today was that he's had a good couple of weeks or week and a half, I guess it's been, and that they are going to use him in this game and that there is going to be a role for him in this game. We'll see. Maybe he doesn't get a single carry, but it feels like that if he's going to be a factor this year, like this is the game before the gauntlet, right? Like you got to know what you have going into Texas and beyond. So this is kind of the last chance almost for him to prove that he can help out this team this year. Yeah. I remember a few years back, we were several games into the year, 3, 4, maybe 5 games into the season before Kennedy Brooks and Hollywood Brown were any kind of a factor for the Sooners. And by the end of the year, Kennedy was their best running back. Or, I'm sorry, Rodney Anderson. Rodney Anderson was their best running back, and Hollywood was their second best receiver. They were both major factors, but 3, 4, 5 games into the year, they were not at all on the radar. So there's still time. They've only played 4 of 12 regular season games. But I feel like this is kind of the last chance for Jaydn Ott to show them what he's got, and then he can be a factor. Also, one other point in the run game, it's Kent State, but they need to have a big day on the ground Saturday just to give them some positive momentum going into Texas. I know it's Kent State, but everybody's bagging on the run game, and rightfully so. They didn't do much about Auburn. That offensive line, the running backs, put some positive energy in that room before Texas. They need to go for 200 plus, maybe 250 plus on the ground, it feels like Saturday to me.
Yeah, especially because we don't know how much longer this program is going to be moving forward with a backup quarterback. And if I were the coach, my message to Hawkins as he steps in would be, we don't want you to feel like you have to do everything. And if you can establish the run in his first start and show him, hey, look, there's guys around you to take a little heat off of you. Yeah, that would be huge. And the run game, it would be great to see over 200, not including Hawkins. Great
Good point.
athlete. He can break loose. He can scramble. Let's see 200 plus with just the running backs.
How about what Coach Venables had to say about Grayson Miller today, the UCO transfer punter? That was fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, what a season he's been having, and
He's leading the
Brent has
nation.
with it. What was it? I cut you off.
He's leading the nation in punting, and he was the backup when the year started.
I know. I always think about it when Brent will mention him after a game in the opening statement. I'm saying, I don't know that the punter's the guy that you want to hear him praising, but it's a fun story. And like he mentioned, Grayson just has that smile that lights it up and that energy about him that's so fun. And they didn't think he would be what he's turned into. And now you just got to keep. And David Payne came on and said the wind won't be an issue on Saturday. I don't know how much punting he's going to be doing on Saturday, but yeah, that was fun.
Hopefully not much. He said he was wildly inconsistent in preseason. And that when Jacob Ulrich injured his hamstring, Brent Venables admitted, he was like, oh boy, here we go again. And he sent Grayson Miller out there, and he has been phenomenal so far. So hopefully that continues for them. Defense. He was asked about his team being top 4 in almost every category in America so far this year. And I thought that Coach Venables mentioned something that he mentioned in the preseason. I don't know if you remember this, Chris, but in his preseason show that I hosted, I asked him how his defense could go from really good to elite this year. And he gave a very interesting answer. He said, our offense needs to be better. Basically, he was like, if our offense could stay on the field longer, possess the ball more, if we could play with a lead more, that is going to help out our defense. And then today he circled back to that. He was asked about being top 4 in all these categories, and he kind of immediately turned the topic to, our offense is a lot better. Our offense is putting up points. We're winning time of possession. We're playing from ahead in the second half so our pass rushers can pin their ears back and go get quarterbacks. And that has led to, or helped lead to, the defense being as highly ranked in all these categories as they are.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. And obviously, you need to have the great athletes on defense to do it. And they have depth on defense that's keeping them more fresh anyway. Then your offense can give you a breather, give you a chance, put opponents in bad situations. Your punter can pin them deep. It's like the perfect storm for him, but he always keeps mentioning, hey, we're only a third the way through the season.
Right.
We can talk about how good this defense is when we get through the gauntlet, when we, number 4 Ole Miss is on the schedule, and Lane Kiffin's offenses.
Yeah.
So, hey, Toby, we need to mention Ben Arbuckle was asked point blank, hey, your name is coming up in a lot of these head coaching searches. Do you think you're ready at 30 years old? And I thought it was interesting that Arbuckle's response was, I'm flattered. I haven't even thought about whether or not I'm ready right now because I'm committed to these players. I owe it to these guys. I'm not wondering if I'm ready to be a head coach, and I'm not looking for those opportunities right now. They're going to be looking for him. More and more openings. People are going to be calling his agent. But I also thought it was interesting. Brent was asked kind of the same question. He said, my message to the guys on my staff, I have a lot of guys in there that I think will end up being head coaches someday. My message, don't leave till it's the right situation.
Yeah.
And in this era of college football, the offensive coordinator at a program that can get some of the top athletes and be in the competitive conversations is probably more desirable than a lot of these head coach openings that are coming up.
The fact is his offense has been impressive through 4 games, much better than a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
If they can keep looking this way, if Oklahoma can get where they hope to go, if this is a college football playoff team, John Mateer's in the hunt for the Heisman, and the offense continues to look the way it has, then the caliber of job opportunities Ben Arbuckle's going to have at the end of the year is going to increase significantly. And OU fans should probably just prepare themselves now.
Yes.
That it's looking unlikely you're going to have Ben Arbuckle for more than one season as your offensive coordinator. I mean, he's right now anyway, too attractive of a candidate across the country to think that he's going to turn down the caliber of jobs he's going to get.
Yeah.
But we'll see. There's a long time between.
And it's not just the X's and O's with him. The way he approaches the players, the way the players are drawn to him, the way he helps them mentally be in a good space. They love the guy. He's going to be a great head coach someday. Sooner fans are hoping that's years from now, but we'll see.
It's crazy, though, because OU's 4 games into the season. We're 5 weeks into the season, and there are multiple openings across the country.
I know.
Attractive major conference openings across the. There's a coach fired every week.
Yes.
And, it was Mike Gundy last week. It's Sam Pittman this week. Who knows who it'll be next week? But that's crazy. Anything else you want to throw in before we get out of here today, Chris?
Just a quick, if you guys could see the coffee stains on my shirt, I got the big one from On Cue driving back from the press conference. There must have been a hole in it or something. I looked down when I got back. I was covered in coffee. So
take a little pride.
They can see it.
Take a little pride in yourself next time, Chris, when we do this. Again, everyone, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the end of the week with an OU Kent State preview. For now, that's it.
Thank you for watching this Oklahoma's own digital studio stream. Stay with News 9, online and on television, anytime for the latest news, weather, and sports.